Good morning, guys. Steve Collins again, and I've got a great word for you today. I know I said last night that I wouldn't be driving, but I had something amazing happen. My godfather, who knew me since the time I was in my mother's womb, and who was the chief of police in Miami for years and years and years, said, keep up the driving videos. See, people with a gifting for speaking and just do it naturally, this is no different than me sitting in the car and having a conversation with somebody. It's just natural to me. So the challenge is some folks would find it very distracting. I find it invigorating. That being said, that relationship trumps the other. So yes, back to driving, baby. All right, what we're going to talk about today is the power of your words. Research was done at an Ivy League university several years ago, and there were two sets of people, and here's the conversation they had. They said to the first set of people, we're going to ask you some questions, and we just want you to answer them to us naturally. The second set of people, they said, we're going to ask you questions, and we want you to immediately have your answers prepared. And we'll tell you what those answers are. First set of people, here's what happened. They asked these college students, can you go to Maui this year for Christmas? Is your college going to be paid for by the time you graduate? Will you get a job making six figures the very first year that you graduate? They asked them questions that immediately elicited the responses that were, well, no, I mean, I'm a student. How am I going to go to Hawaii? Well, no, I mean, I've got student loans. How am I going to get that paid off? I won't even have a job. Well, no, I mean, you don't get a job making six figures as soon as you graduate. That doesn't happen. What they had done is they had wired electrodes to their mind, and they were monitoring the brain activity. So when you saw the tape with the brain activity, what you recognized was, as they were asking questions, certain part of the brain were lighting up. And as soon as they spoke it, no, the activity went like this, and it stopped. They showed the activity in the brain stop. They took the second group of people, and they asked the same questions, except they prepared them with the answers, and they said, don't think about it, just answer, and answer with belief. Answer like you believe it. And those answers were, do you think you can go to Hawaii this Christmas? You know what? It could happen. It's certainly possible. I mean, anything could happen. To say that it couldn't happen would just be ridiculous, because God only knows. There's a number of things that could happen. Somebody could gift me a trip. I could win the trip. Something could happen. I could win the lottery. You never know. I get an inheritance. You never know. It could happen. Could your college debt be paid off by the time you graduate? Absolutely. It could happen. It's a possibility. Who knows? Anything could happen. It could happen. Can you get a job making six-figure income as soon as you graduate? Absolutely. It could happen. It could absolutely happen. Anything could happen. It's possible. Guess what happened in the brain activity with that group? They're asking the questions. The brain's doing all this exciting stuff. They answer, and where the first group stopped the activity, this group, not only did activity continue, but it was going all over the brain. So here's the point and the conclusion. Your brain, your subconscious, this amazing supercomputer that runs your life, listens to what you say. When you say, no, it can't happen. No, it's not going to happen. That's not possible. Automatically, the resources that God gave you to activate those things to begin to manifest shuts down, because your brain goes, oh, okay, it doesn't work, not going to happen. And yet the exact opposite happens when you speak by faith and say, it could happen, it's possible, certainly that could happen, and you begin to believe by faith. That puts your subconscious mind to work to start going after it. We say in bold that your conscious mind is the goal setter and the subconscious mind is the goal getter. And there'll be more about that. Think about that today. All things are possible if you'll only believe. Have a great